Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of The Answers Uncut. I'm your girl, Melissa.
And it's your boy, James here.
And in today's topic, we're actually going to be going over the pros and cons of card versus cash.
So, we're going to start with card first. And before we start, we want to say, you guys can decipher whether, you prefer card or cash. We're just going to lay it all out on the table and tell y'all some pros and cons. So we're going to start with the pros of using a card. And the first pro is the ability to build credit. Credit is a very, very powerful tool, especially when you want to maximize your earning income, or you want to maximize a business or something like that. Building credit, goes into getting a good interest rate on a car, a good interest rate on a house, and so many benefits. So that's one benefit with it.
Even piggybacking off of what you said, the benefits of having a card is the fact that you increase your purchasing power.
That is 100% true.
So whenever James gives me his card, I spend it.
I spend it.
I ain't got no limit.
Hey.
I ain't got no limit.
No limit on a black card. Hey.
So that's one of my favorite parts of using his cards. Another benefit of using cards is the fact that you can gain tons of rewards. I know a lot of times we fly domestically for free sometimes because we gain so many travel rewards and mileage and things like that. That's something that you have available to you when using a card that you won't have available when using cash.
That is amazing. So one thing also is insurance. Insurance meaning that if your card gets stolen, you have the ability to pick up the phone, call American Express, and be like, "Yo, I need a new card. These charges that are on my card are not."
You made some of them charges.
Yeah, right. They end up reversing those charges. So that's the insurance of having a card. You have the ability to be able to have security, when it comes to having a card.
Exactly. Another one of the benefits of using the card is the fact that you can do online purchases. Yes. So what's the purpose of having Prime if you don't have a credit card? Or vice versa? Yeah. You guys know what I mean.
Yeah. You can't buy anything online with cash.
Exactly. Yeah. If you don't have a card or a debit card or a credit card, you can't do online shopping. And I know in today's world, I want to say 90%, even increased probably due to COVID. I would say probably now 95% of shopping is now done online.
Amazon's been making a killing.
Yes, you can't get Ubers.
Yeah.
You can't do Lyft. You can't do Instacart. So these are a number of benefits that you have when using a credit card or debit card that you will not probably have when using cash.
Yeah, and like she said, getting a hotel, some hotel
even
purchases,
the
deposits on car rentals, those are all done with cards. So, that's also another great pro for cards. Now we're gonna get into the cons of having a card.
Because there's some bad things about having a credit card.
What's one of them?
I don't know. I spend it.
Overspending, guys. Overspending. That's one thing. When you have a card, you're not physically seeing the money leave. You just swiping that card. So
I don't know. You guys know how that feels when you got about 30 purchases pending. They all hit at the same time.
It's like gunshots.
Oh my God! Don't pay us any mind.
So that's one thing. Being overspending is one of the downfalls, and a lot of Americans, are in credit card debt, especially people that like to live above their means. When you have a credit card and you have a higher limit to what you have in your account, that credit card is earning interest every month. You're paying interest on it every month. So,
and that's another con of a credit card. With cash, you use what you have. But with a credit card, you have annual fees, you have interest rates, and it can ultimately have a negative effect on your credit if you don't use it the proper way.
Yes. It can damage your credit. At the end of the day, there's a pro to it, which is you can build your credit with a credit card, but then there's also a con. You can damage your credit
if you don't use it properly.
Yes, it all relies on you. The last con with credit cards is fraud. Online right now, there's been a spike of online fraud and a lot of illegal activities with debit cards, credit cards, just online accounts. And that's one thing with cards, you know, you got to be careful because it's all digital.
Yeah.
So you end up
dangerous.
It's kind of dangerous. You end up in a position to where, you know, you got to kind of protect your identity, but at the same time, your information is still out there. So that's one thing with a card that's a con.
You know, when I knew that using a credit card was kind of scary?
Yeah.
Because I'll go to make a purchase and I'll click the box to enter my card number and it'll prompt me to autofill.
Yeah.
Autofill. I'm like, how do you remember my whole credit card number?
Once you use it once, it kind of reads it. So it's like the next time, just to make it easier on you, but at the end of the day, they still have your information.
Yeah, which is kind of scary.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk about the pros of using cash.
Cash money.
One of my favorite things about using cash is the fact that you can barter. So you can bargain with a lot of people. In fact, when we were, where were we?
We were in Thailand.
Yeah. And we were able to bargain almost everything because we had cash.
Yes.
But a lot of people don't know here in the US, you can do the same thing. We bought tons of different things. And here in the United States, and because we had cash, we were able to get it at a fraction of the cost.
At a discount, yeah. And that's because, you know, a lot of, you know, businesses get surcharges when they, you know, you use certain, you know, cards, they get charged. So, you know, they'll be likely to, you know, take cash for a discount rather than get hit with that expense. So the next thing that's a pro with cash is being able to regulate your spending.
It's a more accurate snapshot because you're not going to be overspending.
You're not going to be overspending
because you physically have what you have.
Yes. So that's one thing, you know, when it comes to budgeting. If you want to really budget well, one way is to be able to just spend cash. You know, you take out a certain amount of cash. What is it? The envelope method or something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually mentioned that in one of our last videos on how to save $1,000 in 30 days.
If you want to learn how to save $1,000 in 30 days, check out that video where we talked about the envelope method, which will help you, you know, with budgeting, you know, because you're spending money. You take out a certain amount and you can only spend the cash that you have. So cash is good with helping to regulate expenses. So the next pro of having cash is that you have no interest fees. You know, like with a credit card, you got interest fees when, you know, each month you have a balance. But if you got cash, I mean,
nobody's charging
you interest on the money you got. So
no annual fees?
Yeah, no annual fees. You're not spending above
your
means.
Late fees?
No late fees.
No NSF fees?
No, right? So this is just your money. So you're spending your money. That's at the end of the day.
Leading us into our next pro on having cash. Could you guys imagine a world where all the banks shut down? It's happened before.
Yeah.
Look in the history book.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one, but just
yeah. I mean, there's a movie out there called Radio Flash where all digital.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. Where all digital, you know, things just shut down. And you know, in an instance like that, cash is king because at the end of the day, all your digital money on the banks, credit cards, all of that is inaccessible. So,
which is scary.
Yeah. So
it's always good to have some kind of cash with you.
Yeah. So that's one benefit of cash. Another benefit of cash is also to be able to go incognito, which is untraceable spending. You know, when you spending on a credit card, you know, you have that statement that falls back, that paper trail. But if you have cash, you know, you have the ability to spend money and not really have that paper trail attached to it. Which
can actually lead us into some of the cons.
Yeah.
Because being incognito with cash can also, it can be a pro, depending on if you want to be incognito. But it can also be a negative thing. Because then you're like, you know, you spend $1,000 and you're like, dang, where did I spend this $1,000? Why is my envelope empty?
Yes. And that can also turn into another con, which is theft. You know, if somebody steals your cash,
you can't call American Express. You can't
call American Express. You know, that's just gone. You get what I'm saying? There's no proof of you having that cash, and it's harder to find that paper trail when you lose it. So
another bad thing with cash is you can't really build your credit with cash.
You can't.
So although you don't have any consumer debt, which can be a good thing, you don't have any consumer debt, which can be a bad thing. Yeah.
That's one thing too. Having a lack of credit can also be as bad as
having no credit. Having no credit and bad credit. Yeah.
So it's all the same thing. The last con with cash is the risk of counterfeit. So you know, there's a lot of counterfeit dollars out there that's floating around, and you know, you got to hold the bill up you gotta hold the bill up to the, you know, you gotta hold
so
it
you
up.
just had that hundo.
I just gotta, you know, just waiting. So you gotta hold it up, you know, to where you see the Benjamin Franklin in there. And when you see the actual person inside the cash, you can kind of know. But, you know, there's a lot of, there's a lot of stuff out there that's, you know, that's fake. That's real money, by the way. But, you know, that's one of the cons of cash, you know, having counterfeit. Where the money go? You stuffed it down?
I don't know. Cash you cannot track.
So that's one bad thing about having cash, because she just took my money and I ain't even, you know. So appreciate y'all for tuning in today. You know, you guys can make your decision which is better. What would you like to spend more of? Or would you, you know, like to utilize both cash or credit? Thank you guys for tuning in today.
Bye, guys.
We are The Answers Uncut.